Hello and welcome to React. React is the Relatives Education and Coping Toolkit. React is an online support program for relatives and friends caring for someone with a mental health problem. The site is specifically focused on supporting relatives and friends of people with psychosis, including schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, as these can present particular kinds of challenges. Why use React? React's been developed by a large team and draws on the expertise of both clinicians and relatives who have lived experience of supporting someone with a mental health problem. We've tried to cover the topics that relatives have highlighted as being the key issues for them. We've then drawn on research evidence, clinical experience, and advice from relatives to identify the most helpful strategies to share with you. React includes lots of information about psychosis and bipolar disorder, and about the kinds of treatments that are available. There are lots of practical coping strategies suggested for you to try. We've included ways to access emotional support through React, both by hearing the stories from other relatives and being able to share your own experiences. The stories on the site are real stories, but to protect the privacy of the people telling them, some of them have been retold by actors. Previous research done testing React has shown that using the site along other support you may get from mental health services or voluntary sector organisations can help relatives to feel less distressed and more able to cope in their supporting role. In this new React study, we want to test which works best to improve outcomes for relatives: the React Toolkit offered online or directing relatives to existing support organisations. So people taking part in the study will be randomly allocated to either receive the React Toolkit or a resource directory with information about existing national organisations that support relatives and how to contact them. Both of these interventions will be in addition to any other current support you might be getting. Random allocation in the study just means that everyone in the study has an equal chance of being offered either intervention. And this is to make sure that there are no differences between the groups at the start of the study, which could then explain any differences found at the end. All participants in the study will be asked to complete some questionnaires about how they're feeling at the beginning and after 3 months and again at 6 months. These will be done electronically and sent to you on email, so you can do them at a place and a time that suits you. You can take part in the React study if you're aged over 16 and a relative or close friend of someone with psychosis or bipolar disorder. To be able to use the site, you need to have regular access to a computer that's linked to the internet, although you can use React on a tablet or a mobile phone. You will also need to be able to read and understand English, as we don't currently have any translations available. The aim of the site is to reduce distress in relatives, so you need to be feeling some distress and willing to try an online intervention to manage this. The study is open to relatives across the whole of the UK, apart from in 6 areas in England where the React intervention will actually be offered as part of the NHS Trust clinical services. When you register for the trial, you'll be able to check if you're in one of these areas, and if you are, we'll direct you to the relevant clinical service. Finally, we need to exclude people currently taking part in any other study evaluating an intervention for relatives. So how can I take part? If you want to be kept informed about the study, then please leave your email address below and we will let you know when recruitment opens. Please note, your email will be stored on a secure university server and we will never share your contact details with anyone else.